lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
The American dream to me as an immigrant means having the opportunities that my parents didn't have. Being the first one in my family to graduate, it meant everything my parents sacrificed for me to get to this point. It was paying off.
Estoy muy orgulloso de Michael por haberse graduado de colegio.
My path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not had a scholarship. It would just relieved a lot of the financial burden.
Playing under the direction of Jay Lawson, you wonder about those things and how that plays out. I think, that sort of stuff goes out the window after a few minutes. You get up and down the court a little bit.
Yeah.
But I'm sure right now Jack is just sort of ready to go. Hey, let's tee this one up. Let's get it underway. All this stuff is just sort of, building up the excitement within.
Jay Lawson. How deep is his coaching tree? Are there many other Bentley guys around?
Oh,
coaching?
yeah, a handful. His son Danny is an assistant and now actually a head coach in the Division III landscape. A couple other guys.
I didn't mean to put you on the spot like that.
No, it's okay. A couple other guys that have coached with Jay. And, Jay is one of the deans. He and, obviously Keith Crosstown, sort of the long-time Keith Dixon, the long-time dean sort of the Northeast Division of the Northeast 10 Conference.
Bentley starters tonight. It looks like Coach Lawson's going to go with the same lineup. Why not when you're undefeated? Chris Hudson, a 6'5 junior from Hodgdon, Maine, back-to-back double-doubles. Ryan Richmond, the senior, 6'1 from Toronto, the leading scorer on the team at 21.1 a game. Jordan Mello Klein, sophomore at 6'1 from Sharon, Massachusetts. Colton Lawrence is a sophomore at 6'3 from Myerstown, Pennsylvania. Zach Gilpin is a 6'5 senior from Hampton, Maine. One thing we know about all of them, they're all double-figure scorers.
No doubt Lawrence is sort of the breakout guy. Sophomore averaged 4 points per game last year. Bob comes in averaging 16 and 8. He has really risen his game to the next level during his second year there in Bentley, and with his success really directly attributed the rise of his game to the rise of this Bentley program in this season. Not the rise of the Bentley program. They've been at the top for a lot of years, but the success that they've had so far.
And now we're going to turn the lights off, and we're going to welcome in the Southern New Hampshire University Penman in style. And the starting five, it's a familiar group that Jack Perry will use tonight. Ryogo Samino, the 6'4 junior, first to be introduced tonight. Eric Copeland introducing 6'8 junior, Eamon Joyce from Medford, Massachusetts. Sean Montague, the transfer in, 6'6 junior from Yorktown Heights, New York, is the third to be introduced. 6'2 senior Charlie Russo from Syracuse. He emerges from the smoke through the entranceway on the far side, and you know his last, 6'2 senior from Queens, New York, averaging 21.4 per game, Day Andrews. All right, so got some work to do here against undefeated Bentley.
Yeah, you get an opportunity against a ranked team, 14th ranked coming in out of the Falcons as they've sort of climbed the ladder. They've been ultra impressive. And they are very similar to St. Anselm. Their ability to make shots, their ability to stretch you out is much like the Hawks group we saw a week ago. Should mention that I coached against Jordan Mello Klein during his time at Sharon High School. Outstanding player, and missed some time last year with with an injury, and great to see him back out there. A sophomore, really high basketball IQ, and sort of indicative of this Bentley group. Has a lot of talent, a lot of skill, and very fundamentally sound, which has really been the hallmark of the Falcons program under the direction of Jay Lawson.
Matt Smith throws the ball up into the air. Cimino has it. Penman ball. Matt Smith, Lee Morelli, and Anastasios Daskalakis are officials here tonight. Just underway. Day in the corner to Charlie Russo. Penman taking on unbeaten Bentley. Joyce inside for the first hoop of the night.
That's a really good recognition there. Joyce being defended by Mello Klein. He's got 3 or 4 inches on Jordan down the low block. They just sort of sit him down and post him up, and he makes the little floater.
Lawrence the other way makes a 3.
And that's Lawrence right off the jump. We talked about his ascension, 4 points per game last year. Coming in is Lawrence shooting 54% from the field, and he buries his first long-range jumper on the left wing.
16th three-pointer, most on the team. 3-2 Bentley. Day. Well, they called it a 2. I'm sorry. Here's Cimino with a fall away. No good. Change that in my scorebook.
Not a bad look there for Rio, but probably something that Penman can get any time in the possession.
Mello Klein has lost his dribble. Comes back here near side for Hudson.
It's a heck of a matchup. Hudson and Montague doing battle. Those are 2 elite athletes in the Northeast 10.
Cimino picks up Lawrence. Russo has the assignment on Ryan Richmond. His fall away is good.
How good is that? I mean, Russo played that perfectly, and Richmond just made it impossible. Baseline jumper there.
Day back to Charlie. 4-2 Bentley. Bounce pass inside. Joyce can't save it. And on the turnover, it goes over to the Falcons. Going to get a substitution already.
Early substitution here. Jack Perry not happy with Rio. Cimino trying to feed the ball to the low block there and working with Rio here. I think this is a substitution just specifically about so he could talk with Rio for a few seconds. I wouldn't be surprised if they see him get right back in the lineup pretty soon here.
Lob inside, and the cutter is Hudson. He takes the pass and scores.
Nice off-ball action there by Bentley. Double stack screen away, and no help there as Hudson slides through for an easy 2.
6-2. Day. Long reversal. Joyce comes back out, and Montague squares up for a 3, and it's good. Went down, came back up, hit off the backboard and in.
Big shot for Montague, just 1 for 5 from beyond the arc coming in, and he shot that with confidence, Bob. I mean, he looked like a guy shooting 50% there, really squared it up and recognized how the defensive player was defending him and just buried it.
17:55 left first half. Bentley 6-5. Bentley is undefeated. SNHU sitting at 5-3. Drive will get Zach Gilpin to the free throw line.
Gilpin's really tough. He uses his body very well. He's not explosive, but he makes the right cuts. He reads angles well. At times he recognized how Joyce was playing and got to the line.
Joyce commits the foul. He goes to the bench in favor of Remo Simonkevicius as the first free throw goes down for Gilpin. Bentley men are a good free throw shooting team, point out at 83.1 coming into today. They make both.
Yeah, they're a very good shooting team across the board. And defensively, they've been really solid this year so far in terms of limiting the opposition, just over 40% from the field.
Day comes through, and did he step on the end line is the call. Another turnover goes back to Bentley.
Too bad. Day-Day's probably just got to get rid of that a split second sooner as he tries to swing it to Montague on the opposite side.
8-5, 17.5 to go first half. Falcons. And we're going to get a foul away from the ball, and that's going to be on Bentley.
I got Mello Klein for an illegal screen there on that handoff action. That's a real point of emphasis by the officials this year. It was a good call.
First foul on the Falcons. SNHU down 3. Day. Top of the circle. Bounce past Montague with a right hand. Got it to go.
Montague's got it going early on. That's a good side for the Penman. He's got 5 of their 7, and great elevation there on that little baby hook in the painted area.
8-7. Mello Klein the other way, in and out. Not going to be deep into the shot clock tonight, most likely.
No.
Here's Day. Drive, kicks it back out. Montague again, no good on the three-pointer.
Bit of a heat check there. Low pass. I think that's tough to do. You get the catch low. You have to bring it all the way up.
Richmond to the hole, good.
He's really good. He is a really elite scorer.
A very quick step.
Senior is going to, when all is said and done, he had 1,400 plus points when the season began. When all is said and done, he's probably going to be the third or fourth leading scorer in program history. And this is a very successful Bentley program through the years. So that speaks to Richmond and the career he's had.
Penman down 3. Russo to Day for a three-pointer. A little bit off the mark to the left, and they rebound inside, pulled down by Lawrence. Falcons quickly bring it up. Lawrence thought about a 3, now drives to the right side from 8 feet, no good. Simonkiewicz just tips it to Russo, and here come the Penmen.
Lawrence got caught in between there. Didn't know if he should use the window or not.
Russo on the left side, and a drive, scores.
Tough shot there by Charlie, using the bounce. He's more of a stationary three-point shooter, but a good job using the dribble there, and a very tough shot.
Scoring average up to nearly 10 points per game now, and a travel on the near side here will bring us to our media timeout with 15:46 to play in the first half. It's Bentley 10, Southern New Hampshire 9. This is Penman basketball on AM 610 WGIR.
At SNHU, building a campus that feels like home is important to us.
I felt like I was walking to a family. I have that one-on-one experience with the professors here, and they take an interest in what you want to do, and they can help you use your passions to get you to where you want to go. When I graduate, my degree is going to propel me into my future. Southern New Hampshire University, it's been the greatest decision I've ever made.
Visit snhu.edu.
I knew that there was an opportunity to have my college paid for if I was good enough to play baseball at that level. That was going to make a big difference in my family. D2 baseball gave me an opportunity to play at a high level and to get an education that's going to be valuable for me throughout the rest of my life. I chose to take my experience of being a student athlete and pursue that within my career and to get a master's degree. If I wouldn't have had a baseball scholarship, there'd be no chance that I'm doing what I'm doing today.
Down by 1, 10-9.
As advertised, Bentley shooting it well early on, and Ryan Richmond with a couple of buckets. We talked about Richmond coming in averaging 21 points per game, 5th best in the conference. But the thing that's impressive for me, averaging just a shade over 5 assists per game, Bob. That's 8th best. So he's primarily been a scorer throughout his career, but his ability to distribute now is set him apart as Bentley goes to a little 3-2 sort of hybrid zone here out of the timeout.
Bullen for 3, near side, no good. And a rebound pulled down by Hudson. Falcons on the breakout.
Got a good look. Unfortunately, Quentin's 3 just rattled out.
Richmond back to the basket. Gives it over to Lawrence. On the drive, inside with the right hand. Score it.
He used his body really well. He's really strong. He's not a big kid in terms of his just pure size, but very strong in his ability to get to where he wants to go on the floor. That was an impressive sequence there by the sophomore.
SNHU trails 12-9. Right side, Day gives the ball to Montague. His shot no good. And a rebound for the Falcons. Lawrence pulled it down. Ryan Richmond to the front court against Day. Comes underneath, kicks it out of the corner, and contact. Remo will foul Zach Gilpin. Foul on the floor.
I think Remo took the worst of that. Sort of he and Gilpin went knee to knee, and Remo's going to be okay, but that definitely stings as he's replaced in the lineup.
Eamon Joyce back in. Rio Semino back in. And our first appearance tonight for Justin Lacey. Richmond working against Charlie Russo now. Pull up 15-footer. Got it.
Something fell on
the
floor.
You know
there.
what? That'll get Charlie fired up a little bit. When the guy just takes a half step back and rainbows one over you.
Well, and to Russo's credit, he's played Richmond really well. Ryan's made 3 shots. They've all been very difficult attempts.
14-9 Falcons. Andrews for 2.
Good looking jumper there from Day. They stepped in. Sometimes you think, all right, don't take that long 2, but Andrews shot that with confidence, and that was good to see him get on the score sheet.
14-11 Falcons. To his left goes Mello Klein. Comes back over with the ball to Lawrence. Lawrence. Lawrence to the right side, drives around Cimino and lays it in.
Oof, he is really tough. I think you got to get him off the right side, which is obviously his preferred side. He's tried to operate basically every attempt on that over on that side of the basket, but man, that's easier said than done. He is really, really strong with the ball in his hands.
The other way, Day inside. No, Joyce with a rebound, puts it back in.
Eamon Joyce is really good at that, just running to the front of the rim and just sort of playing the ball as it gets off.
Penman hanging with the unbeaten Falcons, 16-13. Drive in. Hudson comes up short with a layup. And a rebound for SNHU. Andrews wants to go all the way in, and what a move by Day.
He turns the corner. He gets downhill on you. He's so hard to stop because of his ability to use either hand. And now Day's got it clicking just like that. Bob Penman to within one.
16-15. Mello Klein, they set a screen, got him open inside, so they'll kick it out for three. Good for Hudson.
Really good delivery there by Mello Klein. Sort of read how the defense was playing him, came off of Hudson, and he just kicked it. Perfect delivery. Hudson buries it better than 40% of the year is Hudson, and he's going to make those wide open looks.
Inside Joyce for two.
Southern Hampshire's doing a very good job of attacking Bentley down the low block. That's obviously an area where they feel they have an advantage, and they've done a good job working it down low, and Joyce has been terrific thus far.
19-17, Bentley by 2. Drive inside, Mello Klein, no. Rebound Penman. Tyre take the lead. Day free throw line. Cimino behind, and Justin Lacey with a catch, and we'll get a foul.
I like where Southern Hampshire is at right now. Bentley's made some shots, but they've all been pretty well contested with the exception of that Hudson triple, which was generated by the Mello Klein penetration. But by and large, Penman are doing a nice job defensively. They're contesting. We talked about this in the open. They're going to make shots. If you can contest them, you can live with that. You can't live with those open ones. So by and large, Penman done a nice job on the defensive side.
Lacey pulls up for three, and it rattles out on him. Shot it right over Chris Hudson.
4 for 5 from beyond the arc prior to that attempt, and that one was a good-looking jumper halfway down.
Bentley by a bucket, 19-17. They come left side with Mello Klein, gives it behind. Hudson with a miss, out of bounds, last touched by SNHU, and we'll have a timeout on the court with 11:53 to go in the first half. Bentley 19, Southern New Hampshire 17. Stay with us for more Penman basketball after this on AM 610 WGIR.
Walking the path of integrity. Forever embracing a life in balance. Standing tall and confident. Leaders in the classroom, community, and field of play. With clear vision and a full heart. Looking to the future, devoted to the student athlete. Representing the Northeast. Diverse in composition. United by our values. Determined by nature. Uncompromised by choice. We are the NE10.
SNHU down by 2, 19-17. Shooting stats first half. Bentley 8 out of 13. 61.5%. Penman 8 of 15, 53.3%.
I think Southern Hampshire's played well. Now you're like, well, they're down 2. How can that be the case? They've done a nice job defensively. Bentley's made some tough shots, and you're going to have to live with that.
Mason Webb is a freshman from Oklahoma City on the floor right now for Bentley. We're going to get a foul on him.
Yeah, made his presence felt immediately. And Webb, an interesting story. One of 6 kids, and gosh, coming all the way from Oklahoma. He did a prep year in the New England area. And Jay Lawson has cultivated that prep school, especially the area of Maine, really, really well. Going back to former National Player of the Year Jason Westraw, that's really been a hotbed of recruiting for him, and he's done a great job. And Webb, an interesting story.
Rousseau Went down low to Montague, back to Charlie, and now back inside. Montague turns on the baseline, is short with it. And Mello Klein with an easy cleanup for the Falcons. Bentley by 2. Into the lane comes Lawrence, and there's a foul.
Again, you can't let him get to his right. He's gone to that side exclusively, and he's just a bull with the ball in his hands. I mean, he's not 6'8", 6'9" type guy, but man, he is physically strong, and the ability to get to where you go on the basketball court is a real skill, and Lawrence obviously has that.
Inbounds play. Bentley will get a foul, another foul call on this one on Day. The other one was on Eamon Joyce, his second, so Remo came into the game for him.
And that's too bad for Joyce because he's off to a terrific start. Have to go to the bench for an extended period of time. One would assume 6 points to go along with a rebound and assist and not yet 10 minutes of action. And certainly he's been one of the real bright spots for the Penmen thus far. Jack Perry will have to navigate without Joyce for at least some period of the remainder of this first half.
Colton Lawrence at the line misses the first. 4 team fouls on the Penmen, 3 on the Falcons. John Martin waiting over at the scorer's table to come in for SNHU. Second free throw is good, so we'll get the horn that will allow the substitutes to come in. Bentley 20, Southern New Hampshire 17.
Bentley showing this wide zone look again. We'll see what they fall back into man. Yeah, they do, it appears. No, maybe not.
Day a breather with John Martin in. Montague inside. Remo couldn't catch it. Knocked away by the Falcons. They had some numbers, but will settle into the half-court set now. Under 11 to go in the half. Bentley by 3, and a block winds back up with Bentley. Charlie Russo got a hand on it. In the corner, they dribble back out. This is Seth Stankiewicz is also in for the first time for Bentley, number 12. Little lob pass. Richmond with a catch. 5 on the shot clock. Richmond, a fadeaway, no good.
Russo did a nice job once again defensively. He's done well against Richmond, although he does have 3 first-half field goals.
John Martin in the front court. 10.5 to go. Montague inside. Remo with a catch. That's what they wanted to do last time. And Remo with a miss, and then a foul on the floor, and they're going to call it on Bentley's Ryan Richmond.
I got that on Hudson for the displacement.
I'm sorry, Chris Hudson. 5, I saw that.
Of Simonkevichus underneath.
But not a shooting foul.
No.
Remo out of the game.
Offensive rebound action.
Justin Lacey back in. New shot clock. Lacey on a drive, and they got him with a foul.
That's a good call. That's a good call. Right in front of Lee Morelli, veteran official, is a right call there. You could see as he went to his right, that sort of chicken wing with the off arm, his left arm discarded the defender. That's the right call.
Bentley's Jordan Mello Klein, the sophomore, calls out a play. No pressure offered by Southern New Hampshire. Front court, Falcons still up 2017. Richmond to the free throw line. Mello Klein on the weave, gets inside, no good. Loose ball, Bentley, and put back in by Chris Hudson.
And that's the stuff you can't allow. They're such a good shooting team, Bob, that you've got to limit them to one shot. They get another opportunity. A team that shoots over 50% of the year, you give them 2 or 3 attempts, more often than not, they're going to come out with some points, as they did right there on that second chance.
5-point lead, matches biggest of the game for the Falcons. Montague the other way, wants 2 back, got it.
It's a good move by Montague, go right in the chest of the freshman defender there.
22-19, Day's coming back into the game. The other way is Stankiewicz.
Stankiewicz is an elite shooter. You can't give him airspace.
Mello Klein comes back to Stankiewicz. Mello Klein for 3 on that in and out move, and out of bounds, no good off the miss. Bentley substitution. Zach Gilpin returns for the Penman. Day Andrews back in. So it'll be Montague going to the bench. Day Martin, Lacey, Semino, and it is Montague. I'm sorry.
They replaced Russo.
Charlie Russo went out.
Charlie's getting a breather.
9 to go in the half. Lacey out of the corner. Feeds inside. Day back to the basket. Now squares up. Going to try to take it inside. Then kicks it all the way through to Montague. 10 on the clock. Martin, a left-handed 3. Rattles out for him. Montague got the offensive rebound. New clock.
No block out there.
Lacey on a drive. Comes up short, and Then the ball knocked out of his hands. It'll stay with the Penman.
I like Lacey's mindset, his makeup offensively. He's not afraid. A lot of times you see freshmen sort of try to fit their way in. He got an offensive foul a couple trips ago. He does some really good things. He's not afraid. I think it bodes well for him going forward.
Colton Lawrence back in for Bentley, 24. New Hampshire's 24. Rio Semino gives it right side. Martin plays catch with Montague. Martin takes the pass back, drives in, can't finish it.
Did everything right, but finished the product. Great job getting to the rim there.
8:25 left. Penman down 3.
Defensive closeout there by the combination of Montague and Martin.
Mello Klein taking on Martin. Back to Lawrence, working against Day and goes in and scores with a right hand.
Again, he's going to the left side, but he comes back to the right hand, and again, he's very strong with the ball in his hands. You've got to find a way to beat him to a spot.
Penman down 5. Day free throw line. Semino feeds Lacey low. Semino right side and squares up, knocks it down.
Look at jumper there by Semino. We were in that sight line there. It was a big time move there. A little one dribble pull up action, and nice shot there by Rhea.
Lawrence for 3 the other way is no good. Penman ball.
Jay Lawson not a fan of that shot there by Lawrence.
Day strong to the hole with a left hand. That's 2 points. Penman back within 1.
He gets the ball on the rim. It goes down. He just puts the right amount of spin, whatever it is. He is terrific around the rim, and his ability to finish with either hand really separates him and makes him into one of the conference's premier players.
Drive for Bentley, no good. Martin tipped it in.
Give credit to Gilpin there. He's the closest Bentley player, but that's bad luck.
But he's 23. Penman trail by 3. They have the ball. 7 minutes to go in the first half. Semino went left, comes back right, tried to kick it out, stolen by Bentley. Penman do get back.
You can hear the fans chanting, shoot the ball there, and they're absolutely right. He got right there. Nobody picked him up. He was looking to pass all the way. Didn't realize he was right at the rim with a layup opportunity.
Hudson back to the basket. And a jumper for Lawrence is good. And he's got 11 already.
Boy, they are tough. I feel like Southern Hampshire's done a very nice job defensively. It's good defensive breakdown there by Montague in terms of breaking down his defender. Forced the kick out in a contested long 2, and Lawrence just knocks it down.
Semino feeds Lacey inside. Penman down 28-23. Day wants 3 up top. Nothing but net. Day has 9.
And now Day recognizing with Joyce on the bench, he needs to pick up the scoring punch. And just like that, a 2-point affair. And I feel like Bentley's played really well. I don't feel like Southern Hampshire's played great on the offensive side. Energy's been terrific defensively as Rio gets called for a nickel dimer up top. But I think this bodes well. Southern Hampshire really trading blows with a very good Bentley team here in the first half.
Timeout, 6:01 to play in the first half. And it's Bentley 28, Southern New Hampshire 26. We'll be back right after this. It's Penman basketball on AM 610 WGIR.
Opportunity to me means doing the things that will make you a better future. I always dreamed of graduating from college. So being the first one in my family to graduate, it meant everything my parents sacrificed was paying off. Having an athletic scholarship for the University of Mount Olive was key for my success. I had the opportunity to not only get an education, but be able to develop as an individual.
Spirou Fieldhouse, Southern New Hampshire University. Congratulations to Coach Spirou, right? Son-in-law's got a nice new job.
Yeah, Stan did okay throughout his career. Now he's the second most famous member of the family by a landslide.
Ryan Day hired as the Ohio State head coach with Urban Meyer's retirement.
Great news for the Day family and Coach Spirou and his family. We're thrilled, obviously. Ryan married to Stan's daughter, Christina, and great stuff, and congratulations to Ryan. He's a great person, and I'm excited to, as a Michigan fan, I'm excited to root for Ohio State every game except for the time they play Michigan.
They work a play to Colton Lawrence up top, and he's just hit another three-pointer. And it's now 31-26, and Lawrence has 14.
Yeah, he's got nearly half of their points. He's been terrific.
Second leading scorer coming in. Penman answer the other way.
Again, if they get the ball down the low block, they've had a great deal of success. We've seen Joyce, now you see Lacey.
His first field goal of the game for the freshman. 31-28. Penman come back with the ball. 5:20 to go.
Textbook defense there by Russo. Offhand in the passing lane. Very well done by the senior.
Day has Lacey to his left, Rio Semino to his right. Lacey comes out to set a screen if that's what Day wants. Gives it back to Lacey. Try to fight his way in with the right hand. He comes up short with it. Montague and Semino also on the floor. 5 minutes left. Bentley, long pass up ahead. And somehow Mason Webb is able to get the ball while back to the basket into the hoop.
Yeah, that was an awkward-looking play by Webb, but as you accurately said, somehow find the way. That's exactly right. And good advance there by Mello Klein, finding a cutting Webb. And Coach Perry not happy with the transition defense there, Bob. Immediately used the timeout.
You have a 30, right? The use it or lose it 30.
I think he was really frustrated with their lack of hustle, quite frankly, back down the court on the defensive side. I mean, Webb is a good one. He's a freshman. There's no way he should beat guys down the floor for an easy two like that.
Bentley 33, Southern New Hampshire 28. Neither team has had a lead larger than 5 here in the first half. Joyce returns. So Eamon Joyce, Day Andrews, Charlie Russo, and now Remo Simikevicius. And Semino takes the ball over on the right side. They work it back over. Russo comes to Day. 15 on the shot clock. Penman down 5. Day, a little fall away. Good. 11 for Day.
He is feeling it right now. Day has that jumper working, and that makes him unguardable because now you got to come out and respect it. And that's when he's so dangerous off the bounce.
11 points on 5 of 7 shooting. The other way, 2 more for Lawrence.
And smart play by Lawrence, recognizing that Joyce was defending him, and Joyce with those 2 fouls really can't give a very hard contest. Lawrence just continues to shoot it well.
Semino wants 3, doesn't get it, and it's a rebound for Bentley. 4 minutes to go. Lawrence and Semino backing up is going to get called for the foul there as second.
That's a tough one. I thought Rio did a very nice job defensively there. Jack Perry asking for an explanation of what did he do. Not getting one from the official that made the call, and now he's getting it as Lawrence goes to the line for a 1-1 opportunity.
In his first year with the program, a year ago, Lawrence averaged 4 a game, started 6 games. This year, 15.7 and a career high of 24. Well, he's well on his way to that tonight. It was 16 here in the first half. Timeout, 3:57 to go till halftime. Bentley 35, SNHU 30. This is Penman basketball on AM 610 WGIR.
Stand up if you are a first-generation college student. Stand up if you're a mother. If you are actively deployed, a veteran, or you're in a military family, please stand. The world in which we live equally distributes talent, but it doesn't equally distribute opportunity, and paths are not always the same.
I'm so proud of you, Dad.
I will tell you this, Southern New Hampshire University can change the whole trajectory of your life.
My path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not run Division II cross country for the University of Mount Olive. Having an athletic and academic scholarship was key for my success. Our coaches were really helpful with balancing out my academics and athletics. I decided to attend graduate school because I wanted to become an athletic director. Receiving the postgraduate scholarship through the NCAA provided me with the flexibility to choose the school that I wanted. So now I know that I can accomplish any goal that I set for myself.
With Bentley leading Southern New Hampshire 35-30. Penman coming back out on the floor with Remo, Montague, Russo, Day, And now our first appearance of the game for freshman Kevin Fernandez, as Colton Lawrence is out the line to the left.
Should mention the Southern Hampshire starting five have combined 13 of 20 from the field thus far. Day leading the way, 5 for 7. He's got 11.
Free throw is good.
Boy, Lawrence has been terrific, hasn't he?
17 points.
Whew.
On 7 of 9 shooting.
Yeah, it's not like he's forced action. I mean, he's getting about 2 points per shot attempt. That's pretty good. This is the stuff you can't allow.
Mason Webb with a rebound and kicked it back, and Lawrence had a look at a three. Southern New Hampshire cleans up that miss, 36-30. Biggest lead of the game for either team. 3:43 to go in the half. Day for Fernandez, comes back to Andrews. Now Russo, a three-point ball, and it's good for Charlie.
And more of that. I've said Charlie needs to find a way to get more shots. Good job there, catching it in rhythm. I thought he was going to shoot all the way and knock down that triple. Big basket there.
Great percentage from three-point land this year for Charlie Russo. 36-33, Penman down 3. Webb gives it Hudson. Mello Klein on the drive. Back out for Hudson, 4 on the shot clock, and with the left hand off the window and good.
It's almost undefendable right there. Southern Hampshire did a terrific job defensively for about 28 seconds, and Hudson just makes a very tough run around the right side with the left hand.
Fernandez comes back over to Montague. Remo on the right side. Fernandez wants 3. Got it.
How about that? Kevin Fernandez with a triple there, and now the Penman back to within 2.
Second career triple for Kevin Fernandez. It's 38-36. Lawrence wants 3 the other way, and it's blocked by Montague. Penman raced down the court with it. Day, a little floater with the right hand, and a foul. Did not go in. Mason Webb, his second foul for Jay Lawson's Falcons.
Good job by Montague defensively. I know Sean only has 7 points. I say only, that's fine for a first half. He made a triple-handed basket early, so it's been quiet offensively as of late. He hasn't really forced any shots, but he's done a very good job defensively tonight, has Montague. His effort and energy on that side of the court has really been A+.
Andrews misses the first of his free throw opportunities. Webb out of the game. Bentley substitutes with Zach Gilpin. Senior has started. Down 2. Day can make this a 1-point game and will. It's 38-37 Bentley.
A good little stretch here, a little 7-3 run here by the Penman to make this a 1-point game.
Baseline denied on Lawrence, so Bentley will have to kick it around, and then Russo commits a foul trying to get the ball away from Ryan Richmond. Charlie going to try to argue with Matt Smith.
Matt Smith is a veteran official. He's done a lot of games on a high level, but the knock on him is that he likes to blow the whistle a lot, and you've seen that here in the first half. I'm not saying he's been bad either way, but he does at times make sure you know he's out there. And that was a call. I thought that was the right one. Charlie trying to get over the top. I thought he had the right angle of it, but both coaches have questioned him at times during the first 20.
2 free throws for Ryan Richmond, the senior from Toronto, and Bentley back up by 3.
Richmond early in his career would force a lot of action. He might have had to with the pieces that were around him. Quite times he was undoubtedly their best scorer the last couple of years. But now that he's got some other guys around him, he really lets the game come to him.
Montague with a miss, but a rebound for Remo. Gives it to Day, a 3-point try for the tie. No good. It's a Bentley board.
Mello Klein's a very good rebounding guard.
1:50 to go till halftime. Bentley 40, SNHU 37. And Richmond also terrific free throw shooter.
No, they don't miss shots. They are a very good shooting team.
Now, you think we've established that?
Yeah,
huh?
I mean, it's broken record type stuff, but it's worthy of mention.
4 on the clock. Richmond in trouble. No good this time. Day leads the Penman. Russo right side. Good for a tie.
For Charlie. I like that action. I like it when he gets in rhythm. Very good delivery by Day. I don't think you can understate the importance of a good crisp pass there. sees his running mate in the backcourt in rhythm, and that leads to the good-looking jumper there by the senior.
40 all with a minute to play in the half.
Been a good half for the Penmen. I've been really impressed with their effort at both ends.
Here's Lawrence, goes by the hoop, reverse layup no good. Montague with the board.
I like that. Force him to the left. He's not nearly as comfortable going to his left as he is to his right.
Day to Russo out of the corner, and it's no good.
Too bad. Good look, well contested, but not a bad shot there. That's one you can live with from Charlie.
Hudson with a rebound for Bentley. 8 seconds differential. Shot clock, game clock.
Quick first 20 here at the Fieldhouse tonight, partner.
And it's a 40-40 tie. We had a well of a women's game, too, before this. Bentley holding on for the win. All right, here comes Richmond. Free throw line. 4 on the clock. Mello Klein. 2, 1. Blocked. Shot clock violation. Penman came down with a rebound. Long pass ahead. Rousseau puts it in.
Great end of the half. What a sequence. Again, Montague finishes the half with a block shot. Bob, his effort on the defensive side is a huge reason why the Penmen have a 2-point lead. And then a great find, Day, seeing Charlie ahead of the pass with a beautiful tee-up feed. Charlie gathers and finishes on the right side.
SNHU led 2-0, and then they lead 42-40, and that was it.
Hey, it's like that Alabama-Georgia fact in that football game, right? They've led for like 9 plays over the course of those 2 games. They've won both SEC title games. Doesn't matter when you win, when you have the lead, how much you have the lead, as long as you have it at the end. Good end of the half there for the Penmen.
SNHU 42, Bentley 40 at halftime. This is Penman basketball on AM 610 WGIR.
Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield has worked to keep the people of New Hampshire healthy for 75 years. Healthcare has changed dramatically over the years, but one thing is not, and that is our commitment to you and your family. We're a company made up of your friends and neighbors. We work each day to continue our tradition of providing healthcare to the 300,000 members we serve. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield focuses on wellness and healthy living. We work with and support numerous organizations in New Hampshire to build healthy communities. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield, creating a healthier future for New Hampshire.
As a student athlete in college, I first got involved with the NCAA at the national level. It was through the Student Athlete Advisory Committee, SAC, gave me an opportunity to advocate on behalf of all student athletes, to affect change and to make an impact. The NCAA is giving the student athlete a platform to voice their concerns and to be able to advocate for what's going to affect their well-being. The policies that are being put in place are speaking towards academics, they're speaking towards well-being, they're speaking towards fairness, creating a culture so that the student athletes have the best experience as possible.
Welcome to the Tap House.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student-athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student-athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student-athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
As Division II student-athletes, we are committed to being our best.
Division II National SAC is proud to partner with the Sports Science Institute to play a role in the cardiac safety and health of student-athletes.
Although many student-athletes with heart conditions live healthy, active lives, up to 10 NCAA student-athletes die each year of sudden cardiac death during athletic activities.
The facts are that immediate delivery of CPR and AED saves lives, so everyone should be CPR and AED trained. Please join us in this important initiative. Make it yours.
We can stop to make sure someone is okay.
Get in the way and disrupt the situation.
Codify an authority.
Or walk them home safely.
We can change the language around rape.
We can make campuses safer for our teammates, our friends, and our classmates.
We cannot be bystanders.
Taking action isn't always easy, but it's on us
to intervene.
Because we can. Learn more and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Label me.
You know you want to.
Don't be shy.
You do it behind my back.
So say it to my face. You don't know me. You know what I am?
I'm a pitcher.
I'm a striker.
I'm a point guard.
I'm a linebacker.
I'm a setter.
Shortstop.
High jumper.
Wrestler.
Defender.
Goalie.
Student.
Student athletes.
That's who we are.
Champions know how to seize opportunities. When they see moments of greatness unfold right before their eyes, they push as hard as they possibly can. And then they push harder. Because the heart of a champion never settles, never quits, and never stops giving its all. We are champions. We are Division II. We go big, we give it everything we've got, and we win. On the field, on our campuses, in our communities, for our causes, in our careers. We rise to become champions in everything we do. We are Division II and there are no limits here. We make our time count. We set our own path. We become champions on our terms. It's time to up your game because we're here to play and learn. But most importantly, we're here to discover ourselves. Our vision, our heart, our drive to achieve every goal we aim for because we want to be champions at the highest level, life. At Division II, the opportunities are here. Are you ready?
When I see obstacles, I create opportunities.
When I see adversity, I find a way.
When I hear never, I say now.
Southern New Hampshire University is education made to fit your goals. With over 200 degree programs, flexible class schedules, and some of the lowest online tuition rates in the nation.
So when I face barriers, I can break through.
Break through at snhu.edu.
It's not about where you were born. It's not about your gender or the color of your skin, or whether you're rich, poor, or in the middle. No matter what you play, if you have the skill and drive to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
When you walk into a running store and take a look at the sprawling shoe wall, you
may have trouble finding the right shoe for you. This is where we come in. At Runner's Alley, our Right Fit process makes selecting a shoe easy, painless, and fun. We start with a visual gait analysis, and then we learn all about you. We'll educate you about your foot structure, what we see when we watch you walk and run, and choose a shoe as a starting point to get you moving. At Runner's Alley, we're here for you every step of the way.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
The American dream to me as an immigrant means having the opportunities that my parents didn't have. Being the first one in my family to graduate, it meant everything my parents sacrificed for me to get to this point. It was paying off.
Estoy muy orgulloso de Michael por haberse graduado de colegio.
My path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not had a scholarship. It would just relieved a lot of the financial burden.
At SNHU, building a campus that feels like home is important to us.
I felt like I was walking to a family. I have that one-on-one experience with the professors here, and they take an interest in what you want to do, and they can help you use your passions to get you to where you want to go. When I graduate, my degree is going to propel me into my future. Southern New Hampshire University, it's been the greatest decision I've ever made.
Visit snhu.edu.
I knew that there was an opportunity to have my college paid for if I was good enough to play baseball at that level. That was going to make a big difference in my family. D2 baseball gave me an opportunity to play at a high level and to get an education that's going to be valuable for me throughout the rest of my life. I chose to take my experience of being a student athlete and pursue that within my career and to get a master's degree. If I wouldn't have had a baseball scholarship, there'd be no chance that I'm doing what I'm doing today.
Walking the path of integrity, forever embracing a life in balance, standing tall and confident, leaders in the classroom, community, and field of play, with clear vision and a full heart, looking to the future, devoted to the student athlete, representing the Northeast. Diverse in composition, united by our values, determined by nature, uncompromised by choice. We are the NE10.
Opportunity to me means doing the things that will make you a better future. I always dreamed of graduating from college. So being the first one in my family to graduate, it meant everything my parents sacrificed was paying off. Having an athletic scholarship for the University of Mount Olive was key for my success. I had the opportunity to not only get an education, but be able to develop as an individual.
Stand up if you are a first-generation college student. Stand up if you're a mother. If you are actively deployed, a veteran, or you're in a military family, please stand. The world in which we live equally distributes talent, but it doesn't equally distribute opportunity, and paths are not always the same.
I'm so proud of you, Dad.
I will tell you this, Southern New Hampshire University can change the whole trajectory of your life.
Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield has worked to keep the people of New Hampshire healthy for 75 years. Healthcare has changed dramatically over the years, but one thing is not, and that is our commitment to you and your family. We're a company made up of your friends and neighbors. We work each day to continue our tradition of providing healthcare to the 300,000 members we serve. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield focuses on wellness and healthy living. We work with and support numerous organizations in New Hampshire to build healthy communities. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield, creating a healthier future for New Hampshire.
Michael Beers probably rather be up there in Ridge, not have to go down here time and time again, but sure.
Well, we're still working on that interstate that would connect Manchester to Ringe.
A lot of people would like an interstate to Ringe, let me tell you that. A lot of folks have complained about that trip over the years and how difficult it is, but once you get there, man, it's a beautiful little community.
All right, so here we go, second half. Penman led by Day Andrews and with 12. Charlie Russo has 10.
Charlie got the bulk of those within like the last 2 or 3 minutes, didn't
4 of 5 shooting and a couple of threes. Colton Lawrence, 17. Chris Hudson, 9 for Bentley.
Continue the defensive intensity we saw in the first half. I know Bentley's got 40 at the break, but I thought Southern Hampshire did a great job.
And Lawrence comes right out, puts one up. No surprise there, and he missed it. Day dribbled into the defender Hudson. Kicks it over to Joyce, and he misses his first shot of the half.
Not a bad little secondary triple attempt, though, by Joyce.
Joyce had been 3 for 3 tonight. Now a little fall away, in and out. Tough break there for Ryan Richmond. He had a good-looking shot.
Rattled out, didn't it? It was halfway down.
Montague comes back here. Semino to Joyce. Day on the drive. Collision.
Oh, that's tough. Oh, no way.
They called it on Day.
Oh, no way. Just because he hits Gilpin in the face? I mean, that's bad luck. Don't get me wrong. And he didn't hit Gilpin intentionally at all. Oh, that's a tough one. I think that's a no call of anything. I don't know how you get a player control there against Day.
About a minute into the second half. Already had a lot of action. Hello, Klein gives it to the cutter. Richmond goes in. Oh, I thought it was going down. It did not.
Boy, they ran a little double off-ball screen type action for Richmond, trying to get him going. He got a great look, and he just has had both of his attempts rattle out.
Montague gets fouled on a drive to the hoop here.
See if they say he's in the act of shooting here. Oh,
yep.
Interesting. I thought I was curious about that because his hands were really held, so he couldn't get the ball up. I was curious how they were going to rule there, and you see Lawrence asking the official who's in the act of shooting there, and that's exactly what the official just explained to him. His arms were being held down, so he couldn't get the ball to the rim. He was trying to do so.
Second foul on Lawrence. Montague, a 41.9% free throw shooter coming in, misses the first and makes the second. And the Penman lead to 3, 43-40. Penman swept Bentley last year. Lawrence comes back up top. Mello Klein for Richmond. Richmond's had a couple almost go down for him here in the second half. Mello Klein with 9. Lawrence on the baseline. And that ball off the back of the rim, no good. Day with a rebound.
0 for 4 from the field to start the second half for Bentley. See if the Penman can capitalize.
Semino wants 3 on the way. Got it.
Big shot. Good action there by the Penman. That's well diagrammed set by Southern New Hampshire. You get a lot of traffic off the ball. Semino sort of trails the action, and he's open for the 3.
First field goal of the second half, 46-40. The corner the other way is Richmond, goes by the hoop and puts it back up and in.
Tough shot by Richmond, isn't it? Used his body really well there and sort of used the rim to shield off Russo.
Almost every shot he's taken in the game's been difficult.
Yeah. Charlie's done a great job at him defensively. He really has. He's made him earn all 4 of his field goals now.
Penman by 4. Andrews into the lane. Semino out to Joyce. Joyce decides to take off to the hoop, and that was the right decision. He gets a layup.
He's very underrated in his agility, his ability to use his body.
Montague be called for a foul on Lawrence. Boy, everybody they have put on Lawrence has had a tough time with him.
He's really tough. You have to respect his ball fake, and he's just very strong with the ball in his hands.
First foul on Montague. Second foul on the Penmen, who lead by 6. Reversal and a shot on the way for Hudson. No good. Cimino taps it to Day. Day breaks.
Good play by Rio there. Well done. You can't get the ball, just tap it to a teammate. That's exactly what he did.
Russo thought about a 3, dribbles in, shoots, and that ball around and out. Gilpin rebounds for Bentley.
Again, I talk about Charlie needing to get his own shot more, so I think that's an okay shot.
Lawrence takes it in the corner as it knocked out of bounds.
Oh, Mello Klein looks like he might have rolled his left leg a little bit. He missed a couple weeks last year with some foot problems, and he's working on that left leg right now. He's going to retie his shoes, probably just tighten him up a little bit.
The substitution is Mason Webb, the freshman for Bentley, and he's in for Zach Gilpin.
Here comes my old man rant, Bob. Why do guys wear low tops to play basketball? You know, it's really popular. It's really in fashion. A lot of the Bentley guys, basically all the Bentley guys on the court, have low tops. And I just don't understand it when you use your ankles so much. That's a good job by the officials allowing Mello Klein to sort of just catch his breath there. They recognize what happened. Some of the fans were complaining it was taking him a long time, but that's a safety issue there. It's a good piece of officiating by our crew.
Mello Klein, give and go. Lawrence finds himself underneath, and it'll be a foul on Montague. That'll put Lawrence to the free throw line. 2 quick fouls on Sean Montague.
Nice backdoor cut there by Lawrence, recognizing the defense overplaying him. He just slides to the rim on that left side, and beautiful bounce from Mello Klein, setting him up for the opportunity.
Lawrence 17 points, 2 of 4 from the line in the first half. Makes the first, 48-43. Penman by 5. And a second free throw also goes down. So the Penmen will bring it up 48-44. Day and Montague, Cimino, Joyce, and Russo. Rio comes to Joyce. Left side is Day. Looking for a helper, instead tries to feed Eamon Joyce, who gets fouled on the arm by Mello Klein.
And that's the same call we saw in the first half called against Russo in a similar overplay type action. And I like what the Penmen are doing here, Bob. They're coming a little bit more deliberate, it seems, in the half court.
2 fouls on Mello Klein. Cimino, as Charlie weaves through, gives it back to Day up top here. 10 on the shot clock for Day. Goes into the lane and puts it up, in and out, and a foul on Bentley, and Day Andrews will get free throws.
Boy, I mean, I just, that crossover, he's got a screen on the left side, so Mello Klein is sort of leaning on the screener, expecting him to go to his left, and then the blink of an eye, he just crosses over, gets to his right, and gets right into the paint. He is as fast a player with the ball in his hands as I've seen in the NE10.
First free throw is good on what was the 3rd foul on Mason Webb.
Limited minutes for Webb. He's a guy, if you can live with those type of fouls, not the end of the world. He's probably going to log 10 to 12 minutes while he's out there.
Day tops the score sheet for the Penmen. His 2 free throws give SNHU a 50-44 lead. Here's Gilpin back in for Webb for Bentley.
I can't say enough about Day's growth and development, his senior campaign. It's really been good to watch. He's really grown into a true leader of this team, and it's great to see.
Bentley unbeaten, 14th in the nation. Down 6 in the second half here. Gilpin working against Cimino, making him work hard for it. Gilpin comes into the lane with the left hand. No good, gets his own rebound. And then gets blocked by Cimino, who may have gotten a piece of him.
See Jack Perry over there applauding the effort. Cimino did a terrific job defensively. And again, Penman doing everything right, but just grabbing that defensive rebound.
3rd foul on Rio Cimino. 4 fouls on SNHU. Already had 7 whistles in the first 4 minutes of the second half. 4 and 3. Rio out. And back in Kevin Fernandez. Gilpin, meantime, has made the first and makes the second. His 2 free throw makes brings Bentley back to 50-46.
Early spot for Fernandez after making that triple in the first half. Jack Perry rewards him.
Russo inside. Day back out. Joyce wide open in the corner. That's 3 for Southern New Hampshire's Eamon Joyce.
Great kick out by Day, and that's the the growth and development of his game that I'm talking about. I mean, that's a situation where in his years past, he probably would have shot the ball, and instead he recognizes he's got Joyce open in the corner and tees it up for him. Oh, man.
Russo's second foul, trying to get the ball away from Ryan Richmond. And the coaches can bark at the officials now that we're at a media timeout. 15:33 to go, second half. Penman with a 7-point lead, 53-46 on Bentley. This is SNHU basketball on AM 610 WGIR.
My path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not run Division II cross country for the University of Mount Olive. Having an athletic and academic scholarship was key for my success. Our coaches were really helpful with balancing out my academics and athletics. I decided to attend graduate school because I wanted to become an athletic director. Receiving the postgraduate scholarship through the NCAA provided me with the flexibility to choose the school that I wanted. So now I know that I can accomplish any goal that I set for myself.
Welcome to the Tap House.
Second half shooting, Penman 3 out of 5, including 2 of 3 from three-point range. Bentley 1 of 7 and 0 for 2 from three-point range.
We talked about how well Bentley shot the ball early on. Southern New Hampshire's defensive energy tonight, Bob, has been really terrific. They've made Bentley earn all these baskets, and they've done a really nice job in limiting a very good team. This is what I said, a key up to the open of the broadcast was their defensive intensity, their defensive effort. It's been terrific tonight.
Bentley breaks the pressure and gets one inside for 2 right back. So it's 53-48. Penman lead it by 5.
It's a really good set out of the timeout by Jay Lawson. A traveling violation against Day-Day in the front court is he and Montague not on the same page, but that's a design play out of the timeout. No Mello Klein off a curl. A little handoff underneath for Hudson for an easy 2.
Right, Mello Klein will bring it up against Kevin Fernandez. Gives the pass, drive in the lane. Ryan Richmond gets 2 more. And Bentley, certainly a team that's capable of exploding for points in a hurry. Makes this a 3-point game, 53-50. After SNHU had just rolled up their biggest lead of the game, and we get a foul on Bentley.
This second half is going to turn into a free throw shooting contest here.
It sure is.
Because now you've got the Penman with 5, a little reach in on Lawrence, and that's a big one because that's now his 3rd, so he'll have to come out of the game. Both teams getting closer to the bonus as the officials really call this second half very tightly.
Fernandez feeds Montague back to Fernandez. Comes in the lane and elevates and is going to get to the line here. So that's our 10th foul in 5 minutes. 2 shots coming up. The stats say Bentley has an advantage from the line. But again, it all depends on who you put at the line.
Sure. Fernandez done a really nice job off the bench tonight. Sometimes guys, you get that opportunity as he misses the first free throw off to the right, but
his first career free throw.
He's really done a good job of providing them good energy defensively and offensively, making the 3 in the first half. And that time, a little pull up in the lane since Richmond was on his hip and drew the contact.
Double miss. Remo went over the back, but it is going to be Bentley ball.
Matt Smith had that whistle in his mouth, too. I thought he was going to call Remo for that.
Gilpin feeds inside. Hudson with the left hand for 2. And here's Bentley right back at the doorstep, 53-52 on a 6-0 run.
Yeah, and with their ability to score, a 6 or 7 point lead is much slimmer than against most.
Day-Day pass from Charlie Russo, good for 2 and a foul.
Nice sequence there by Day-Day, sliding off the defender, absorbing the contact. And now the next Bentley foul is going to send Southern Hampshire to the line for a 1-on-1 opportunity. The rest of the way, the Penmen are going to be shooting.
Fernandez and Montague to the bench. And is that Eamon Joyce and Rio Semino back in? To complete the 3-point play, Day Andrews has 17, and Southern New Hampshire leads 56-52. Went down to one, give him 3 back, and now Bentley turns it over.
Mello Klein and Gilpin on the same page there. Gilpin curled. Mello Klein thought he was going to fade to the corner, and that just led to the miscommunication.
Joyce comes over for Semino. 14-10 to go, second half. Russo's got a nice game going for the Penmen. Takes the ball, now Day. Passed up a 3, dribbling into the lane, back out, Joyce for a 3 on the way, good. Maybe it is SNHU's night, 59-52.
Again, that's all set up by Day's dribble drive action. He has really played well tonight as the senior from New York.
Joyce is 6 out of 7 from the floor. The other way, Ryan Richmond, down low. Hudson takes the pass, falls off, puts it back up and in. Follows his own miss. Hudson has 15.
Again, another second chance opportunity. That's good defense by Joyce. And they get the first miss. You got to grab that loose ball.
Penman have it knocked away. And a break the other way. Webb goes in with a right hand, no good. Hudson will pick it up. Back up top. This is Richmond for 3, no good. Rebound Charlie Russo.
That's a break right there. Richmond a 50% three-point shooter. Joyce sagged off of that. Led to a good look there for the senior, and the Penmen are lucky that didn't go down.
2 of 9. Bentley from three-point range tonight.
They've challenged a lot of their shots. They've done a very good job defensively.
Russo feeds Joyce with a right hand, 2 more.
Good duck in action. Oh, yeah, that's well diagrammed there. A little dive in there by Joyce, NBA type cut in action there by the Penmen, and Joyce takes that bump and finishes.
Yeah, 16, 3-pointer the other way. Hudson, no good. Remo with a rebound. 12.5 to go. Penman by 7, and they can add to it. 61-54.
And they took a good punch there from Bentley. Now they've re-extended the lead. See if they can keep this momentum rolling.
Remo for Semino.
Curfew here tonight. Like half the crowd in back of us is leaving. What's going on here?
Comes back for Day. Joyce gives to Semino. Russo dribbled into Webb and lost the ball. Here we come the other way, and Gilpin ahead of the field gets blocked by Day.
Well, that was a really bad decision by Gilpin, and Jay Lawson's letting him know about it. That was a 3-on-1 opportunity, and he could have easily just shoveled that off for an easy layup for one of his teammates.
Andrews the other way. Comes into the left side, no good. There's going to be a backside rebound pulled down by Richmond. He wants to go inside with it and gets fouled at the end of the play with 11:36 to go in the second half. It's Southern New Hampshire 61 and Bentley 54. We'll be back to the SNHU Fieldhouse right after this on AM 610 WGIR.
As a student athlete in college, I first got involved with the NCAA at the national level. It was through the Student Athlete Advisory Committee, SAC, gave me an opportunity to advocate on behalf of all student athletes, to affect change and to make an impact. The NCAA is giving the student athlete a platform to voice their concerns and to be able to advocate for what's going to affect their well-being. The policies that are being put in place are speaking towards academics, they're speaking towards well-being, they're speaking towards fairness, creating a culture so that the student athletes have the best experiences possible.
Spending part of your evening with us on AM 610 WGIR. Bob Lippman, Jacob Van Ryn, our producer Aaron Boss. And SNHU leads Bentley 61-54, 11:36 to go second half.
Penman shooting 55% now from the floor in this game, Bob, including 8 of 17 from long range. Southern New Hampshire played really well, and this is a very good Bentley team which many people think will contend with St. Anselm for the top of that Northeast Division. And right now it's the Penman up by 7.
Be a lot of free throws the rest of the way because the next foul for either team Yes. We'll send the opponent to the line. Ryan Richmond's first, no good. Don't want to leave points on the table.
Richmond just under 95% on the year. That's an anomaly right there. You don't see that happen too often.
It was just his fourth miss. So the second one is true. Penman by 6. They bring it up here 61-55. Day free throw line. Montague to Semino. Let's run good, smart sets here.
Their offense has been really crisp tonight.
Russo to Remo, finds himself 3 feet away, and a little one-handed shot there gives him his first field goal. Lead is 8 as Lawrence answers the other way.
At some point, I'm going to extend further on this, but what Jack Perry has done that's been so impressive this year is his ability to change up his game plan based on his opponent and their tendencies and their strengths.
Semino, a three-point try, around and in. It hit the back of the rim, up off the backboard, and down it goes.
Good for Remo. He's played well tonight.
Rio Semino has 8. Gilpin out of the corner. That won't go. Knocked around. Simonkiewicz just comes down with the board.
We talked about other guys having to step up tonight and make plays against a very good team. Rio is certainly, he's been up to the challenge.
Penman by 9, 66-57. Neither team has led by double digits tonight. As Day comes into the lane. Down low, Remo. Well, bang, but no call there. Day with a jumper, up top no good. Rebound Lawrence.
Well, disjointed offensive possession there once the initial attack was sort of staved off defensively by the Falcons.
Richmond gives to Mello Klein. Looks into the corner for Hudson. 15 on the shot clock. Mello Klein. Double-digit scorer has not hit the book yet tonight. Drive inside, and Richmond gets fouled.
I think Richmond right now sensing that their offense is struggling. Obviously, Lawrence has gone cold. You talked about Mello Klein not getting it going. Gilpin's had a rough go of it, and Richmond sensing that, trying to get to the line, trying to make things happen for his team.
Well, Ryan Richmond, not the guy that you want if you're Southern New Hampshire at the line for Bentley.
Tops in the NA10 right now at 94% coming into tonight.
John Martin in for Day Andrews for SNHU. Mason Webb in for Zach Gilpin for Bentley.
I think Day will be out till the under 8 media timeout, and then he'll be out there the rest of the way. Penman got to maintain this advantage, though, without their most dynamic player on the bench.
Second free throw makes this SNHU 66, Bentley 59.
Joyce was waiting to check in there. He's got to get to the table faster. After that made free throw, you can get a substitution in. He was not there in time.
Rousseau to the cutter up top is Semino. Comes back to John Martin.
Montague and Rousseau have got to be aggressive offensively here with this group out on the court.
Semino looked right in the corner, comes back to Martin, feeds Montague inside. Hook with the right hand, no good.
Boy, he could have been more patient there. He had Richmond on a switch.
Mello Klein the other way. Richmond working against Rousseau. Charlie's had that assignment tonight. And with a hand in his face, Richmond comes up short. John Martin has the rebound for SNHU. 9 to play. Penman by 7. Martin inside to Remo. Puts it on the floor, back out. Rousseau, head fake, didn't take the 3. Montague will take a 3 up top. Spun out on it.
Good recognition, though. I mean, that's not a bad look. Montague made one earlier, and then he and Rousseau, we talked about them needing to be more aggressive offensively. That's okay.
Bentley with the ball on the rebound. Remo tapped it into the backcourt. Lawrence will go get it. Lawrence with a hook shot, no good. Backside rebound. Hudson banks it in for Bentley. 66-61.
Lead was 8 when Day went to the bench. It's down to 5.
Timeout. Jack Perry will take the break with 8:20 to play. SNHU 66, Bentley 61. This is Penman basketball on AM 610 WGIR.
label me.
You know you want to.
Don't be shy.
You do it behind my back.
So say it to my face.
You don't know me. You know what I am?
I'm a pitcher.
I'm a striker.
I'm a point guard.
I'm a linebacker.
I'm a setter.
Shortstop.
High jumper.
Wrestler.
Defender.
Goalie.
Student.
Student athletes.
That's who we are.
(66-61), SNHU leads Bentley. Halftime score was 42-40 Penman, so SNHU with 24-21, the advantage here in the second half. Penman paced by Day Andrews, 17, Eamon Joyce, 16. Bentley's Colton Lawrence, game's leading scorer, has 21.
How about Day with a double of 17 points and 10 assists? Very impressive performance, and he is back out there out of the timeout.
As you predicted, even though it's not the under 8 timeout. Day right off the bench, no good. And Bentley can trim a little bit more off of the lead if they score here as Hudson brings it front court. Penman by 5, 8:07 to play. Richmond, free throw line, denied access there.
Switch action here, Hudson on Day.
Joyce comes out to play Richmond. Richmond kicks it back out. Hudson on the far side. Mello Klein drives in and gets fouled. With 9 on the clock. John Martin with his first foul. Timeout. 7:50. This is the under 8 media timeout right here. So we'll take the break as well. SNHU 66, Bentley 61. And we'll continue with more right after this on AM 610 WGIR. Bentley undefeated. Southern New Hampshire with a record of 5-3, and we've had a good one here tonight. All right, free throw line, Jordan Mello Klein, and makes the first. Second one on the way is also good. And can't get any better than a perfect 1,000% of the season. He's made them all.
Limited opportunities. We talked about
14 for 14.
Yeah, his IQ and his skill set, it's really high.
Down to a one-possession game. Big trip here for the Penman. Joyce passed up a 3 in the corner. Comes back to Semino. Set a screen for him, but goes to Lacey, who's back in the game for the Penman. Montague on the bench, by the way. And Day up top for 3 and buries it.
I'll say that was a long 2 there by Andrews as his left foot was inside the arc, but too bad. Good-looking jumper, though, by Day. That was a much-needed basket. The Penman offense is testament to the Bentley defense. The Bentley defensive intensity has been much better the last handful of minutes or so.
68-63, and they came into the lane. Mello Klein tried to get the ball down low to Hudson, and they'll say knocked out last touch by the Penman. Webb out, Gilpin back in. They've used that substitution quite a bit today. 7:05 left. SNHU with a 5-point lead, 68-63.
Yeah, Bentley's really shortened their bench tonight. They usually use 8 guys pretty significantly, but that's they've really tightened it up tonight.
Russo
Jack Perry's got to be careful here. He's really been frustrated with some of these calls, and he is close. And Matt Webb that's warned him. That's what I should say, has warned him a number of times.
That's 4 on Charlie Russo, so you can tell why he was so upset. John Martin in for Charlie Russo.
There it is. There's the technical. Now that hurts because now what's going to end up happening, he's going to have 4 shots and possession of the ball. This is a real game changer type play, type sequence here.
And Ryan Richmond is almost automatic. He's going to take the free throws. First is good.
And Jack Perry just feels that one official has had it out for him tonight, unfortunately, and that's the reason that this took place. He had a long conversation with Lee Morelli there during those Richmond free throws, and he really just pointed at the official and said, that's a problem right now, that's a problem.
68-65, and now Chris Hudson goes to the line. Good. They made all 3. And what was a 5-point lead is now 2.
Yeah, it's not going to be a possession situation because of the free throw opportunity. I apologize on that. But 4 straight free throws could make this a 1-point game.
Got it. 68-67 as Bentley hits all 4 free throws. They take advantage of the mistake. 7 minutes to play. Cimino and Lacey, Day, Martin, and Joyce. Can't let that take the air out of yourselves here. Here's Lacey inside for Cimino. Yeah, that's a big play.
Nice action there by Lacey. Good footwork. And then Cimino with a very difficult shot there as he found himself open, sort of faded away. And still found a way to get that to go down on the right end line.
10 points tonight for Rio Cimino.
Somebody had to step up for the Penman, and it's been Rio.
Lawrence for the 3, no good. Martin with a backside rebound.
Good block out there in the defensive glass by the Penman.
And a steal. Richmond up ahead of Day, and he'll go coast to coast with it. 70-69, SNHU by 1 with 6:09 to play.
That's too easy. I mean, Martin just telegraphed that, and Richmond's too good an athlete. He's going to steal that every single time.
Cimino coming around to the right side. Martin feeds Lacey inside, a little bang, and Lacey able to hang in there and knock it down.
They've had some of their guards defend some of the bigs on the low block, and the Penmen have exploited that when they've had the opportunity.
Other way, Mello Klein. Penman by 3, 72-69. Hudson. Gilpin to the free throw line is Ryan Richmond, no good. Rebound, Chris Hudson. Bentley keeps the ball, new shot clock, 5.5 to play. Richmond for 3 over Martin. Defense was pretty good.
Sure was.
Tie game, 72 all. Ryan Richmond has 22 points.
And second chance points, Bob. I've talked about it all night long. It's now 13-2 in favor of the Falcons. Those are killers. You get a stop and you don't get the rebound. It's happened time and time again tonight.
Day. Back to him and Joyce, and he'll get it to go. 18 tonight for Joyce.
He's been terrific. He really has.
74-72, and Bentley comes right back and scores the other way with Ryan Richmond.
Well, Richmond feeling it right now. He's had a big second half.
74-74. Lacey comes back to Martin on the right side. 4:27 to go, and a foul. Oh, actually, it's
Richmond and Joyce doing battle down low, and Joyce came up a little bit lame. I don't know what happened there. It looks like a right foot type situation. And Joyce is going to be replaced as they take a look at him.
And a 30-second timeout used by Bentley here as Jack Perry gets right over with Matt Smith, the referee tonight. Sean Montague will be coming back into the game. Sean's spent a little breather time here on the bench here in the second half as Bentley and Southern New Hampshire not decided anything yet in a 74-74 tie with 4:26 to play.
It's a prolonged discussion between Coach Perry and the official during this dead ball situation.
19 for Day Andrews. With, as you pointed out, double digits with 11 assists. Tonight, 24 for Ryan Richmond, the leading scorer for Bentley. He's rallied with a nice second half, hasn't he?
Yeah, it's been sort of he and Lawrence exchanging opportunities. You know, the first half it was Lawrence doing the heavy lifting. He had 17 in the first half. And it's been Richmond doing the bulk of the scoring in the second half for the Falcons.
Free throws in the game. Bentley 19 for 22. 86.4%. And the Penmen are 5 out of 9. 56%. 4:25 left.
And that's the frustration that Jack Perry, I think, is talking about.
Day drives in from the near side and flips it up and in.
What a game he's having. He has played so well tonight.
SNHU took the lead right at the end of the first half. They lead here 76-74. Now for a tie the other way. Hudson with a little runner. And we're even at 76 with 4:04 to go.
Interesting that Jack Perry's going with Judd Martin in the spot. You wonder who he trusted. And Martin getting the call in the final 4 minutes at this point. Figure he'll go back to Joyce in a minute or so, but that says a lot that he trusts Martin in this situation.
Day for 3, no good. And a rebound pulled down by Bentley, and it'll be an SNHU foul on Justin Lacey.
And now you're going to have the conference's best free throw shooter walk the length of the floor.
It's also double bonus right the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Timeout, 3:43 to go. Bentley 76, SNHU 76. This is Penman basketball. No, we're not? Okay.
We just had the media timeout, I think, on the end of 4.
I just confused Erin Boss. She's going to need a vacation after working with me. Ryan Richmond bends his knees, pushes up, and he has 25. So he's a pretty good free throw shooter, 8 out of 9. Makes 19 out of 20 on the year.
Yeah.
Bentley by a point. Second one is good. 78-76 visitors. 3:40 to go.
Well, it was a 5-point advantage when the technical happened. Now 2 of those free throws were off the foul. Since that time, Bentley's really taken advantage, and now they're back on top here on the road.
Russo back in. Day on the drive. My goodness.
He's special.
Comes in strong, near side, flipped it up with a left hand. 78 all on Day's basket. He's 23. Other way, Hudson scores. Fouled by Remo.
It's a great pass from Mello Klein. Really good bounce as he and Hudson just work really well together. Good slide to the basket there. And Hudson takes the contact, and now they bring Joyce back into the lineup and Semino back out there as well. So this is the 5, I think, that'll finish it. It's the 5 that started tonight for the Penmen.
Chris Hudson at the line. Ryan Richmond, 26. Chris Hudson now 24 for Bentley.
Really quiet, 24, doesn't he?
81-78. Well, he had the big first half.
Yeah.
Day drives in, comes up short with it, lands on the ground, and what do we got? It's just Bentley ball.
I think it was a safety situation. He was making sure that Day was okay as he fell to the basket.
We're going to get a timeout.
Yeah, Jack Perry's going to use a stoppage here, I think.
He'll have only one timeout left. Bentley with the basketball leading by 3 at 81-78.
And let me just continue to that point a few moments ago now. Unfortunately, right now, Southern Hampshire's on the wrong side of a 3-point contest. What we've seen this year from Jack Perry, his first go-round in the Indy 10, he's recognized that he has an advantage down low against Bentley. And a lot of coaches would just say, all right, my guards are my guys, Russo and Day, they're great. But tonight, Jack Perry said, I got to get the ball down low, down low, down low. Other games this year, we've seen them think he's got an advantage with his guards. His guards do the bulk of the heavy lifting. And that, to me, says a lot about a guy and a coach. Some folks, a lot of coaches say, this is the way we do things. This is who we are. This is who we are. This is our identity. Bang, 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 bang. His flexibility his ability to change his game plan based on the opponent says to me he's a really smart head coach. It says to me that there's no ego about what they do. It's what gives my team the best opportunity to win, and that's what we've seen from Jack Perry in his first year.
All right, Bentley off of the timeout. Remo Simonkevicius in defensively with Joyce on the bench.
Good show by Remo.
Richmond denied by Semino, 10 on the shot clock. Mello Klein in the far corner. Comes back out to Ryan Richmond with 4. His shot no good. Montague elevates, comes down with a rebound.
Really good defensive possession that time for the Penmen.
Day the other way, carrying on the hip, and there's some contact and a foul.
Boy, yeah.
Webb.
Clean steal up top of the Webb for a bump, you're right.
His 4th. That was that little hip collision.
That's a break because there was a steal up top, and that would have led to a run-out opportunity for the Falcons.
In the meantime, it's still a 1-1 for Andrews at the free throw line left. 2:31 on the clock. Andrews has 24 as he makes the first.
This is another elite performance by a really special player, and Day just continues to impress. He's just grown and developed during his time at Southern New Hampshire.
Second one on the way, no good. Missed that one, so it's a 2-point game, 81-79. Andrews season high 37 against Post.
We've been treated to 2 really high-level games tonight, haven't we, partner?
How about that? All right, here's a drive through. They kick it in the corner. Oh, I forgot about Colton Lawrence, huh? He has 24, and Bentley now has a 5-point lead. Quickly the other way. Simonkevicius just gets blocked off a pass from Day Andrews and a foul.
Boy, I don't have this type of information in front of me. Well, can you remember an opponent or a team having 3 guys score 24 or more in the same game?
No.
That is staggering. You've got Richmond with 26, and now Lawrence and Hudson each with 24 apiece.
Remo makes the first.
Penman got to find a way to get stops here. Bentley offense is really clicking over the last 5 minutes or so.
Second one, no good. Penman down 4. It's Bentley ball. 2 minutes to play. 84-80 Falcons. Had a near miss for SNHU against undefeated Bentley in the women's game. Inside, wow, what a pass. And then Hudson gets blocked by Montague and a foul.
Montague thought that was clean, but he definitely got him on the back of the head.
$1:52 left. Timeout situation, 2 for Bentley, 1 for SNHU.
I know that Mello Klein only has 2 points tonight, a couple of throws, but the way he has gotten these guys, the looks that they've gotten as Hudson misses the first, has been really something to watch. He is just a floor general in every sense of that term. It's an overused cliche, but he handles them very well.
Hudson, who's been out there, I think the whole game.
Yeah, I don't think he's come out. And we
made
talked,
the second.
Jay Lawson has really shortened his bench tonight. I mean, we really not seen that. We expected to see Brian Wright-Kinsey, a freshman talented kid from New York, not seen him tonight. Got an injury or 2 over there. Seth Stankiewicz played a couple of minutes in the first half, but that was it for him.
Day let the ball roll to half court. Russo in the front court gives it to Montague. No good. Montague offensive rebound, and he'll finish it. So after 1 of 2 free throws, Bentley led by 5. Now this field goal by Sean Montague brings it to 85-82. 1:37 left.
Right. Jay Lawson is arguing that there was a warning prior, and this is a warning situation against Montague for not leaving the ball alone. This should be a technical. Now he's getting an explanation from Lee Morelli, and that explanation is probably not going to sit well with a long time, an extremely successful head coach.
That'll allow Jack Perry to bring Remo back in defensively, and Joyce goes to the bench.
That's an advantage for the Penmen there to allow them to sub during that dead ball situation also.
Minute and a half left. Bentley by 3. Right side, Here is Richmond, lost it. Penman will have the basketball back.
A little sloppy action there as Lawrence faded out. Richmond expected him to stay, and that leads to a pretty careless turnover by two pretty good players. You don't see that often.
Day will just let the ball roll all the way to the Penman logo, picks it up, tries to accelerate by Ryan Richmond, gets all the way inside and gets blocked by Mason Webb. Got his hands on it, but Penman able to keep it. 20 on the shot clock.
So weave we saw during the Stan Spirou tenure.
For the tie, Day no good. And out of bounds to Bentley.
Not a bad look as Day was open, but you wonder how much he has left in the tank. He's played so hard at both ends of the floor tonight, and that three-pointer, Bob, was probably 22 or 23 feet.
Minute to play, Bentley by 3. Penman looking for a stop here. Lawrence comes back for Mello Klein. And they'll weave Richmond up top. He's picked up by Day. 50 seconds left. Remo now switches onto Ryan Richmond. Richmond thinking about taking him on. Jumper in and out. Rebound, Webb for Bentley. And then a foul. I think they've got Remo.
Second chance points, second chance points, second chance points. It's really turned into a big storyline in this contest.
Be on instead Rio Semino, his fourth. 2 shots coming for freshman Mason Webb with Bentley leading 85-82, 38 and a half seconds left. So here's the switch, Joyce for Simonkeviches. Webb makes the first. Bentley 86-82. And in and out. 36 seconds left. Day all the way in with the scoop shot. No good. Loose ball. Bentley has it. Foul by Montague.
Missed opportunities late. They've had some good looks, and that one halfway down, it spins out. And now Bentley, they can make some free throws. They're in great shape.
29.4 left. Ryan Richmond, 26 points, including 9 of 10 from the line. First one's good.
He's special. He's really played well tonight. And I talked about it earlier. He tended to force some action at times last night, and I don't use that force in a negative term. I think he needed to for the group that they had. But he really has gotten everything in the flow of what they do offensively tonight. And
2 makes brings it to 88-82. Bentley, Montague, and a collision and a foul on Ryan Richmond. Stops the clock with 22.8 left. Free throws upcoming now for SNHU's Sean Montague, who has 10 tonight. Remo in for Joyce. Penman will be at Stonehill on Saturday, December 15th. Back here for Franklin Pierce. We'll be on the radio with you that day. Doubleheader. Free throw number 1 for Sean Montague is good. Penman with 5 in double figures.
They're going to lose both games with 5 players in double figures. The women's team did the same thing. That's something you just don't see all that often.
88-83 Bentley. Second one, no good, and rebound Falcons. Try to pass out into the corner, almost intercepted by Russo. 16 seconds left and in trouble in front of the SNHU bench. Ryan Richmond uses a timeout. Bentley with a 5-point lead, 15.8 seconds to go.
Jack Perry arguing that Richmond should have been called for a travel. It looked close. It was over on the far side of the court, so it was hard to see from over here. But, man, this is a tough one because I thought Southern Hampshire played really well. And I thought a big turning point in this second half, unfortunately, was during that technical situation where it seemed to give Bentley some momentum, and they capitalized, and they were much better offensively from that point on, quite frankly.
Women's game, Bentley 70, SNHU 65. The Bentley men are leading by 5 here. They may be heading home with a couple of unbeaten basketball teams.
Boy,
who do they have next?
Big doubleheader this weekend across town, isn't it?
About that, huh?
That'll be a heck of a doubleheader there. 2 terrific games. Well, Southern Hampshire's got to get back on the right track. Got to get a couple down there at Stonehill, and then they basically have that week off for finals and all that good stuff, and then get set to host Franklin Pierce back here at the Fieldhouse.
88-83 Bentley. We want to thank our producer, Aaron Boss, for taking care of us tonight. Great job as always. Here at the Fieldhouse, Jeff Lopes coordinating the technical side of things for us here. We're waiting for the inbounds play, and they have to burn another timeout. They couldn't get it in.
Thought Richmond was really shoved to the deck there by Day, and the Penmen are lucky that wasn't seen.
So Bentley's out of timeouts.
I think the fact that Jay Lawson shortened his bench so considerably spoke to the importance of this game for his group, and with good reason. This is a quality win on the road for his team if they can hold on here over the final 15-plus seconds. But he played this like this was an NE10 or even an NCAA tournament game with how he used his 5 guys, and we'll see what they have left going forward. St. Anselm, remember, as you look ahead to that game, St. Anselm played last night. The men's side, they were really in control throughout. They had a pretty comfortable lead in the second half, especially up by 20, and you wonder if that'll catch up to Bentley going forward over the weekend.
Mello Klein on the inbound. Semino fouls in the backcourt. You mentioned Ryan Richmond with a terrific game, right? 28 points. Both Chris Hudson and Colton Lawrence for Bentley have matched their career highs tonight.
I can't remember the last time. Well, Hudson's going to go to the line. If he makes one of these, he's going to go over surpass a career high.
Hudson at 25 November of 17 against Concordia.
I can't remember the last time 3 guys scored 24 or more for one team. This is really quite remarkable. They have, 77 of their 88 points.
Correct. Nice job with your math there.
I won't tell you how many times I went through in my head before I shared it.
Puts it on the floor a few times, and there is the career high for Chris Hudson. The junior from Hodgdon, Maine, has 26.
He had a great year last year, but he's gotten even better this year.
Misses the second, but Bentley's lead is 6 with 12 seconds left.
Not a 3.
Russo for 3. No good.
Too bad.
And Bentley comes down with a rebound, and the clock will run out here tonight. Yeah, again, you talk about not being satisfied with moral victories, but that's what it's going to have to be tonight for SNHU.
The energy was there. The intensity was there. Unfortunately, Bentley just got it going offensively. I thought Richmond was terrific, especially during that key stretch in the second half where he really took over and imposed his will in this game. That's a big reason why the Falcons remain undefeated.
Bentley with a win here by a score of 89-83 improves to 8-0, 5-0 in the Northeast 10. And Southern New Hampshire drops to 5-4 and 2-3 in league play going into the game against Stonehill. Let me just give you some final numbers here on tonight's game. And again, the 3 20-point scorers for Bentley: Ryan Richmond 28, Chris Hudson 26, Colton Lawrence 24. For the Penmen, Day Andrews 24, Eamon Joyce 18, John Montague 11, Charlie Russo and Rio Semino 10 each, Justin Lacey 4, Remo Simonkevicius, Kevin Fernandez 3 each. Quentin Bull and John Martin played but did not score.
I thought the Penmen played well. I really did, and that's why this is such a tough loss. You played well, and unfortunately, you're still on the wrong side. They got some work to do, but I like what Jack Perry has done with this group, and I think things are only going to go up from here, quite frankly.
Great to see you again, Jacob Van Ryn.
My friend.
It's a pleasure.
Got to get back on the right track wins-wise, though, going forward, don't we?
We'll see what we can do. All right, at Stonehill on Saturday the 8th, and then here to play Franklin Pierce on the 15th. Now for Everybody, here at SNHU, I'm Bob Lippman saying thanks for joining us on AM 610 WGIR. Good night, everyone.